Hello my darlings, how are we doing? Welcome to day 10 of the 90 Days of Christmas Challenge. And here we are, and today we are going to be talking about gift planning. Now, I'm aware that there are some people who are so well organised, they've got it all done in January during the sales. I know who you are. I'm not calling you out. I'm not going to say your name, I promise, but you know who you are. Point is that we in the UK, probably 80% of people in this country get paid monthly. So there are only three paydays until Christmas or the holiday season here in the UK. And although people will probably get paid before Christmas, that pay has to last 5 weeks instead of 4, because it's usually paid at the end of the month, not on the 24th of December. So we need to look at our budget, what we are planning on doing for gifts. Look at who you have. Some people, you have no choice but to maybe get a gift card. You know, if you've got a gamer in your life, maybe get them, put some money, go and have a look on their Steam wish list on Christmas morning and pick 2 things off it. You know, something like that. Most gamers, you will know about their wish lists, and that would probably be the best way of doing it. Or get something that's much to do with their games. Like if you know that the person that you're buying for is into D&D, there's advent calendars of D&D dice out there. There's other gaming related things and D&D related stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there for D&D. It might be worth having a look, especially like at things like Critical Role. Go and have a look at their website, because I'll tell you what, I mean, like, I got a lot of friends who are into D&D. I used to play it when I was in my teens and 20s. I've played it a little bit since, but not really gotten into it. I have other friends who run podcasts who have tens of thousands of viewers every month, you know, but the point is, the stuff's out there. So have a look, find out, ask questions. Don't just expect what you want them to have to be something that they'd appreciate. Now, one of the things that I do, which drives a lot of people in my family stark raving bonkers, is I see something that reminds me of the person and I think, oh, actually, I know someone who would really like that. And I grab it for them. But it's not anything awful like that weird green lamp that Great Aunt Linda gave you one year that you keep in the back cupboard until Boxing Day when she's coming over and you scatter to find it and get it plugged in. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. It's not like that. Myself and my brother-in-law, we have a thing. I know that he's a bit of a chili fiend, so I find random chili things and send them to him for Christmas, where they might be artisan sauces, or, you know, one year we got him a chili chocolate challenge, you know, little bar of chocolate and all sorts of other stuff. So nothing that would kill him, just little bits of this and that might test his vigor occasionally. But, you know, it's all in good fun, and he knows we don't want to try and end his life or anything like that. If you have someone who you know that is expecting and you want to get something for the mum, ask her. Maybe look at something like some really nice pamper stuff for her, self-pamper stuff for her. Anything like that would probably be really, really well received. There's all kinds of ideas. If you want to make something a bit personal but you don't know how to do it, there are sites out there where you can get like mugs that have you and a picture of you and a picture of them on it, or they're cartoon like painted on, which I did for my sister one year. I got her a mug of blue and purple, and I also got her a blanket, I think the year after that, you know, because she was going through a lot of health things. So I got her a big purple blanket with us on it, so she knew that even though I was miles away, that I was still there. So, you know, that those kinds of things, that's possible. If you're a crafty person, make something. Make something. You know, if you don't have money to spend on gifts, but you know that you'll have a little bit of money that you can put towards getting some extra chocolate, maybe some extra ingredients, make something. Okay? Make something. Box of candy canes is £1, maybe £2 at the most. You can use them as handles. You can melt down some chocolate, put them in little muffin things, and add marshmallows and, you know, all sorts of things to that, and use the candy cane as a handle, and you've got little homemade hot chocolate stirrers that, you know, it's something if that's what you want to do. You know, homemade cookies, homemade sweets, homemade anything is always appreciated. And if it isn't appreciated, they don't deserve you or your time or the love and attention you put into it. Do you understand me? Because I'm talking to you. You know who I'm talking to. I'm just saying. And if they don't appreciate it, take it back and say, fine, if you don't want it, I'll have it. And take it back. I would. But, you know, I'm perimenopausal. I'm liable to do anything. Who knows? Anywho, the point is, gifts don't have to be really expensive. If the kids want to do gifts for parents, maybe get them to make the cards and stuff like that. Maybe look at little options of doing little, I don't know, something with them where they can make something for the parent, put the stuff together. You know, at this time of year, you've still got seasonal stuff being sold off very quickly, like very cheaply, through arts and craft supplies, because they won't ramp up selling the Christmas stuff until after Halloween, and then they'll really knock it out. So if you've got a weekend where you know that you're going to be a little bit busy doing stuff, but you want the kids and they want to make something for, you know, Nana, how about you get them to make the thing for Nana? You've got an hour to yourself because they're busy making the thing for Nana, and everybody's happy. You know, it's all a good thing. It's all a good thing. But whatever it is that you're going to do, you need to work it out now. Also, part of this is figuring out when your parcels and your final postage is. Guaranteed postage for Christmas, right? Now, if you're in the UK and you're looking at, you know, sending overseas, you need to get that stuff in before the middle of October. Okay? Otherwise, it probably won't get there in time. So you've probably got one payday to get it all done and get it in the mail and get it sent over for Christmas, right? So that's one thing. that you have to take into consideration. The other thing is, if you're making stuff, you want it to go out, or you're getting fresh stuff, or you're sending food that may be perishable, like you've made some cakes or cookies or something that you want to send to your sister or your brother or whatever, you want to have a look at when Royal Mail do their guaranteed delivery before Christmas and cut off. Okay, it's usually around the 20th of December. Okay, so check closer to time, because they won't probably release that information just yet, but they will have the international ones coming out very shortly. And depending on where you send it in the world as well, will very much depend on when you need to send it to get it there, because apparently it takes a bit longer to get to certain places. But then when they get there, it's not about how long it takes to get there, it's about how long it takes to get through customs. Okay, so take that into consideration as well. Double check when you're sending things to and from loved ones that all the customs forms are filled in from your end and all fees are paid for. Okay, it can be a horrible shock to a loved one to find out that to pick up their parcel, they're going to have to pay 30 quid in customs fees. All right, so be aware that customs fees cover the cost of postage and packaging, as well as what is inside the box. It's also the box and the postage itself, so make sure that you pay enough to cover it all. Okay, because you will find that otherwise that could happen. Oh. Could you save burning the world until tomorrow? I'm just asking. So anyway, gifts. There you go. They don't have to be expensive, but they have to be something about the person. And I think also, when it comes down to kids, right, and our kids especially, can we stop pushing ourselves into poverty to buy them all of the expensive things? Let's bring it back. Let's make it what it's supposed to be about, which is about coming together. It's supposed to be about family. It's supposed to be about giving. It is not supposed to be about receiving. It's about the love that someone puts into something. It's about the thoughtfulness of something that someone puts into something. It's not about the money that's spent. It's not about getting a brand new Chanel bag. It's not about getting the latest and greatest of all of the things. It never was. It never will be. So for those of you who really don't have any money and you're completely brassic, okay, but you want to do something nice for your loved ones, why not create a voucher of your time where they get to give you a voucher and you do something nice for them for that voucher. It could be mowing their lawn. It could be coming and watching a movie with them. It could be anything, but it is to do with your time. It's not to do with your money. It's about you giving of yourself to them to help them out. So if you have an elderly relative or a disabled relative or a single mum or single parent who is a relative who could do with the help, maybe offer an hour, each voucher being worth an hour of your time. Okay? So that you can go and do whatever they need you to do for that amount of time. Even if it's like an hour's babysitting, so they can go and have a nap, go and have a bath, go and have a nap, and actually eat something and look after themselves while you watch the kids for them. You know, something like that. That there's nothing wrong with that. And can I just tell you, as someone who was a single parent, if anyone had done that for me, that would have been awesome. That would have been absolutely amazing. I did, however, have friends who did do things like that for me later on when my kids were older. But when the kids were little, not a chance. There was tumbleweeds everywhere, and that's when I really needed them. You know? So do something like that if that's what you want to do. But don't wreck yourself and go into debt over one day and what you think people's expectations are based on what you see on the television and in the streets. It's not that. It's not that. It's not about that. It's about you having time with the people that you love. Okay? Now, and of course, if you have got that money, that's great. Cool. No shame here. Good for you. But let's not forget that there are those who don't, and we want to make sure that they're able to do what they can for, each other. Okay? Love you guys heaps. Mwah!